I won't waste your time. I promise you. Wave equation is so easy. Let me teach you. Now imagine you are given a question like this and you're asked to calculate the frequency or the wavelength of this particular wave equation. Okay. Now it's so easy. What you just need to do is you just need to know the general wave equation. Once you know the general wave equation, you can always compare to whatever is given. Please note, you must always know the general equation because the moment you make a mistake with this, you bang everything. Okay, now let's go. Now, if we have y, this is the general wave equation, a sine omega t, right, plus or minus kx. This is the general wave equation. Now, if you look at this very well, now this is the omega, right? Now, this that you are looking at here is called phase difference. Okay, phase difference, or sometimes they call it phase angle. So this is what is known as that. Now, if you look at this, I can definitely always compare. Let me just change this. Let me change this. So let's say 3. Yes, 3 sine 0.2t plus or minus 0.3x. Okay. Now, basically, this A you are seeing here is the amplitude. Let's say I have a particular waveform in such a way that I have this. Okay, I have this. Okay. Now I can tell you that the maximum displacement that you see here is called the amplitude. Okay, it's called the amplitude. Now this point here is called the crest. I can have another crest here. Okay, and I can have another trough. I can have another trough. So between each successive crest is a wavelength. Okay, now this sinusoidal form of wave, right? Please also there are things you must know. There's something called waveform and wave front. This is inside your JAMB pack, so I have to tell you. Now, waveform, just like wave form, is the format of a wave. This thing you are looking at is a waveform. Format of a wave. Now, wave fronts are each point on a wave. Look at it. Let me first explain. Before, all these terms are just normal terms. Now look at it. If I go like this and I have points here, which point will synchronize to this point A on this particular point is this place. Abi? Let's say point B. Which point will synchronize to this point on this wave? Right? It is this point because look at it. It is this point C. That means point A and point B and point C, they are in wave front. Just like, look at it. This point, right, and this point are in wave front. So I can also go else. I can say this point, right? Look at this. This point, and this point, they are in wave front. They are just points on a wave, right? That are in what? That are in sync, right? Look at this. This point, that's just the basic explanation that you don't need to cram. There are different forms of wavefronts, right? I don't want to go deep into that, but just know, because I've seen a question in the exam where they ask you what is the wavefront. Let's say that means this C, let's say D and E, they are in wavefront. Look at this point, they are just the same point on a waveform. No, this is a waveform. They are the same point on a waveform, right? That's by the way. Now, hope you know this. Please take. So this amplitude is the maximum displacement, just like you can see. You understand? But this point here is the crest. This is another crest. So each successive crest is a wavelength. This lambda you are seeing is denoted is a wavelength. And don't forget, it's measured in what? In meter. This maximum displacement, this amplitude is also measured in meter. Okay. Now, that's not where we are going. I just want to explain this so that you don't forget. Now let's go. Now, if I compare, that means if they have to calculate the amplitude, just compare to this general. See, don't ever forget this. I will choose this question now. You will see. Now, A, just compare. That means the A here is the amplitude, which is 3, depending if this particular wave is in meter. So this one will be 3 meter. Now, look at this. The problem that most people have is that they don't know what W is. Just look at it. Can't I say this W is what is here? Because this is already T. So just comparing this to this. So definitely I can say Wt, for those that don't know, Wt, what is here, is the same thing as 0.2T. Absolutely, T will cancel T, then W equals what? 0.2. Now, if you don't know what that W is actually 2 pi F, that's where the issue will be, right? So if I know that W is 2 pi F, I can just equate it to this way, and I say 2 pi F equals to 0.2. Then F is what? 0.2 divided by 2 pi. Then all in what? In art. So that this is the answer to that question. Okay, this is the answer to the question. You already know what pi is, 3.14. So, but they might ask you to leave your answer in pi or you convert. So I'm leaving my own in pi. Now that is that. Please always remember these equations and know this. Now, what is K, which is phase difference here? K now is what? Is 2 pi over lambda. So once I know what K is, I can always solve. Now let's go. Since I know what K is, I can always get my answer. So let's go. I'll just compare. Just compare. This equals to this. So 0.3x equals to kx. Absolutely. X will cancel x. Then k is what? 0.3. Now, they did not ask me to calculate k. They asked me to look for what? Lambda. So I'll just say, since I know that k is what? 2 pi over lambda equals to 0.3. Okay. From here, my work is easier. I will just say 2 pi equals to 0.3 equals to 0.3 lambda. Then since I need lambda will just be equal to what? 2 pi over what? Over 0.3. Now don't forget that the unit of lambda in this case will be what? Will be meter. So that is the answer. Very easy. Very easy concept. Okay. Now look at it. The problem that people have is that they might not give them something straight like this. They might not give them what? Something straight like this. They will just give them, let me say I want to change this thing to, before I give you your own, I want to change this sine 3, 0.3, let's say t, plus or minus 2x. Now look at this. You know this is a problem. This is another way that this question can come. Now, does this thing, does it fit into this our general equation? No, it does not fit. That is why you have to open this bracket. The moment you don't open this bracket, you will miss it. You will now go and compare Wt equals to 0.3t. You have banged it automatically. So what you need to do is that this stuff must first be moved. Right? That means that stuff, that equation, you must open the bracket so that this thing becomes 3 sine. Then 3 times this becomes what? 0.9t plus or minus what? 2 times this becomes 6x. It now looks like this. I can now say A equals to this, 0.9t equals to this, then 6x equals to kx. Can you see? Can you see now? 6x equals to what? Ks. Now, your question, this is the equation now. I've already helped you to get it to this level. Calculate f, drop in the comment section, and calculate lambda and drop in the comment section. If you want to join our WhatsApp class, we started powerfully. You see that it's not beans, right? So send a DM to me on TikTok so that you can join. So I'll see you in class. Bye for now.